Ebusia for Sabre amene wo kase the breaking news abeka yensa no etremu se would we need to one of the media stations say wo Ghana hanum say Metro TV na chese chaos bi esi ewo honoma enyasem ketwana akwakoye ehusem esanse ye chirema na anopeya na sebe yenyine nim se Ghana ha de do anopa most of the media stations no jumedia ya wo mo edihye so na ye morning shows ne ade na Metro TV morning show ya wo mo no anopa bia good morning Ghana abrante kama randi Abbey na edi hu ejuma no wo kirema na chese ebra wo kodu adwuma mu sa anopa ne se wo kwakɔhye ne show na sepe na emrantie bia se bia police for eka wo ho na wo mu ekurekura etu ni ade eto hye wo ne so asebe ne car kra na wo kura no na wo mu epese wo mu je car na edi free ne nsem na wo ne wo mu eyiyi nsem ano no na chese wo mu kirema court order bi na wo mu ede eba na wo mu kirema na chese Metro TV ede adwuma ekwaye from say Vodacom business omode wo mu ka almost 1.4 million and watch mu say na me voda sebe me Metro TV anase ka me kuta no ma wo see atro Metro TV wo so ana eti adenti na sebe mo attack me na ebusiafo anso ho a eno akire no na aba beto dwa se ebra nsem ne koso na chese Randy de watimi etwa wo mo ho akwakohye studio a wo ne yenra kwasi prat ene nipa ba koka ho show no na sebe wo mo ti se de bi koso abonte na chese wo mpese wo mo ya na wo mo eto hye ne show no so a we ne nsem a aba beto apono so asabre de o court da Kradia Metro TV wo mo trend number 1 enam sa ensem we ya ekoso na a lot of thoughts aba anase ensem bebre no na piepie was sa incident we mu a ebi no mo chese this is politically related. It has no issues with politics. It's say Krodium high one day, Bibiani the politics near day. From all indication, no, and said the Emrantia no, to share Metro TV or premises no, and said the near Messiko any day, Omutimi can say from all angles, nebetimi politically inspired and I say politically backed. It's say Womontia kwanya ubibetimi asori prekope na say what the court what the court order kra bar is this how I was say wo mo efa no na say kwan we so and was wo mo fa so ana and unti no akọ raise a whole lot of conversation and a whole lot of thoughts was social media so I'm prepare me no ka say dey akoye two sided e bi mo kire say ka no mo de e bi kra kire mu na kire say ka no mo de no ade a wo ma ba be take action dada wo station and the premise on which you say cast ni bi okroma sizi data ene no o masa aba na nso no Metro TV form person be ka no kre na sebe wo mo cover up ne ade but bi so twa say o mu nim pa say amanyokuo bi ensa ene hye sa ade we ase but yentwa ho no mu foni kakra ma ne hye se de ensem ni sifa koye wo Metro TV for a premises hono
full of policemen. Even when I entered, the pickup just came in and blocked me. And then they got out and said that, look, they are here to enforce a court order. So they are seizing my car. I said, they are seizing my car for what? Court order against you. They said, oh, they have a court order against Metro TV. That's it. But this car is not for Metro TV. So what do you mean? They said, oh, well, they have a court order. And I was on my way to start Good Morning Ghana to come and host my show. So apparently they are parked there waiting for me. If you have a legitimate court order and what you are doing is legitimate business, come and execute the order. Why are you looking for me? Why do you come and block my car? Why do you want to take my vehicle? Am I Metro TV? Am I a shareholder? Am I a director? And then you come here today and you come and all you want to do is to come and break into Good Morning Ghana when we are having a live program. Which court gave you that thing? Which court asked you to do that? Which court authorized you to do that? And you have armed policemen following them to do this foolish things. What kind of impunity is this? Okay, I'm not going to talk about you. Come like a match on a little. Come watch on a little. I mean, tell
statement Randy Abbey the show for the show host for Good Morning Ghana or the Ababetu Montenso. Now there are other subsequent and sema or the atuja any nema ekoswa and also no yonko na yonko video no. Na chese ka utie said the answer ne ba video na chese utie said the na Randy blazing said the new bofuni ade na otumu say the real ensem ne ekoye no he is in or no ehun say it's a personal attack as a be urban directly to him, and this is not as people are circulating say a car Metro TV for a day a year Vodacom business for no and ama way but on who say is more personal. You should video we run into also.
Really got the kindness and never break it for that. Which one? I said, why would you do that?
Said most of the workers are a war a Metro TV no or more devastated the current situation to must pressure na there e bi mukra for as be kasa na o mukasa no kra no say won't be can take ensem no clearly because any bre aba o mu ne say it is the wrong approach said the na me di kind bi no which say even if a court order and a mode bampo the approach any said they were more see to share Randy so any idea no it is a very wrong way to go about it. Say way there is more to it than is being expected and I say it's being portrayed. But after the whole incident, said them di kind initially omo across Randy early in the morning a brand walk on the show so and later omo try say kumbe kwa kura studio no emu according to reports no. Currently, Randy so SI call back to the studio. A brief breakdown about the cause so exactly. And the Yebekoni Akwakuti one also said they were breaking 70 down, said the name money see any idea. Yeba Yebedin Komo.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV, and you realize that we had an abrupt break. We actually took a break, and maybe you can still hear some noise out there, and it has to do with some armed men, armed policemen, and some other persons who were trying to forcibly enter the studio here. We do not know what it is for, but they were trying to forcibly enter the studio, and our private security has been trying to prevent them. A couple of them are injured. They actually been thrown here into the studio. The studio, and that's why we took the break. Okay, I'm sure that our people are also trying to reach the police authority to see, but they are here with some policemen I don't know why they are here and why they wanted to forcibly enter this particular studio in the middle of a live show. But that's the situation that we're dealing with now. Kwesi and Richard, I'm sure I've been able to
it's very strange. I mean, why would a mob try to enter a studio? I mean, live studio, a studio where a live program is taking place. You know, and I'm particularly worried for the security staff of Metro. One of them is currently injured, you know, and they're trying to take care of him. What is happening? Richard, do you have any understanding of what is happening?
I'm sure I was the one speaking.
Why would police accompany? What's the involvement of the police?
I mean, the point is that whatever the situation, you could even wait for the program to end.
Yeah. But they're trying to break
into the studio. And I was the one talking, so I was startled.
Yeah.
And I'm sure.
Because I realized you stopped.
Because I couldn't understand. I've been here a couple of times and I've not seen. I mean, whatever the situation is, I think that the Ghana police need to act and then handle the situation. It's really not good.
Randy FM one pay and I said we share with the whole public our more share a year Metro TV as at that morning. What you say? They can't understand how this is happening, and it raises a lot of concern because this is not the first time a media house, BBC, SC, I remember a couple of months ago, and I say, I feel bakune and United Television, which YouTube so show and also sa nkofo bi ekọ to share wo mo so ne ade and also could raise a whole lot of issues ne ade, and currently the ama same way a bit baffling man for doing what we the fact that we had people and I say we had men dressed in the police uniform and that woman so no sebe wo yeah. I don't know what they were doing there, but the question people are asking is, say empono court writ and I said bibi na mode kwa. Since when any say police and obi at the court writ and a lawyer be the court writ come organization and I say certain individual the police for ADHD and I say bibi. So you could see say a lot of questions are being asked. In prempe amene work I say Ghana Police Service phone so wo mo de wunim say yeah. Na chese womo ede womo press release about beto sharp no kase womo so ede press release about womo twemu say womo investigation ewo eye ensem no emu enti no whether Ghana Police Service for womo press release womo de abeto mountain or say please investigate incident at Metro TV premises. The Ghana Police Service has commenced an investigation.
We a Ghana Police Service.
Yes, almost statement yes.
Regarding this.
The issue.
Yeah. Okay. And when we say people are tagging, I think that currently Metro TV is number one on social media. Yeah, number one. Okay, let's see if we can get a statement. It can be in sync with whatever all can. So let's try as much as possible. And also, I think some more things are coming. Because me know cases is here, and I just say the other two journalists say, I want to say, you see, when you were talking beginning, okay, say people are assuming that this could be due to some political affair. Okay, so we'll be looking into that too, and also we want to say CCTV footage is being the air, but there's a lot of things. But then we want to get the Ghana police statement on this. We definitely want to get a Ghana police statement on this particular issue. I think saying Saka to be at the better screens, so and it's detailing the sequence of things. And as an ayakano, when you say Ghana, the BBC pena, and just say, the Ghana police for the statement about. So that the BM it's like any template and Ghana police okay near there too. So as we are getting the statement to be able to screen, so give us more background into this now. A statement into a screen also.
Yeah, so said in America, no, a lot of questions are being asked about what is happening. Why would something like this happen? Any idea? And one thing that questionable no, is people asking, say, Randy no wakading, and I say, what has he said on his show? Ebia a amount for a link to political interference. Maybe a big so ama BBC SC. And to carry in is two things. This whole issue is two things. And you know. Said the Ghana police for a day a year statement about India. Yes, say we it shouldn't just be on the statement level. If it is really politically a friend is saying if you political side no, and also say the other side of the story Ebinomo say omo metro for the omo tie the kapa it say no omo de ye Vodacom business for 1.4 million Ghana cedis and omo na omo famba if persuasion fails force is applied and on the distance way about so on the screen no Ghana police service for omo release our mode Abba or say please investigate incident at Metro TV premises. The Ghana Police Service has commenced an investigation into an incident that occurred at the premises of Metro TV in Accra this morning, Wednesday, 27th November 2024. International say ne de omo de krata na ba ne nkwan so mo kire say o ma sha se so mo ya asem ne mo nhwehwemu no mo hu asem no poten de siye ewo Metro TV wo mo premises. So say preliminary police investigation indicates that upon a request from the court, police officers accompanied a court bailiff in the company of the judgment creditor, Vodacom Business Ghana Limited, to execute a court order against Metro TV. It's almost trema. So from the first, mensema medical car, yes, program as a make say, yes, omodeka Metro for the car into court order and omodeko. Even before me, me research via me I was showing say, nebi no much say, there. Take action before and sana we cran so but then we will still find out how true this is. Or since we chema na say police officers na no more hono ma yebusa say omo ye den wo ni chemu say wo mo any court bailiff no nipa na ode a court order ne komo Metro for no police for ne ekoye say be omo execute sa order no enti omo say then we urge the public, particularly the management and staff of Metro TV, to remain calm and cooperate with the police in the ongoing investigation. Into muchema omesre Ghana fo nyina Metro ahwefo nyina Metro adwumayefo ene empanimfo a Metro TV show mo nsa so munya abotere na afei no omo mfo montema embo Ghana police for tumem na omuntimi enya asem nimu investigation no mu hu ba bia no kre no eda enti no pe what Ghana police for Canada omutere mo little nhwemo mo hu ne say court order ena na omo edeko but other people so and as amanfo bi no me say from the actions and reactions of Randy Abbey no any the other staff Metro TV to the extent say Trema, one of the security men no is injured no omuchemu said this is not a court rate asem mamufa court rate and before for his handsome way mu ye nimpa binum kreche say Nebukadnezar I mean nim Nebukadnezar because Nebukadnezar minim no Bible mu sabiri kwa wantinkom we binum chemu say Nebukadnezar ene ne ba no eno mo sha say no mo boss abrawi which we don't know but unim say Ghana had I think say everything that happens biano we have to align it with politics. Yeah, align it with politics there. And so currently need the ebusian for we any Ghana police phone so woman sema woman de ababetu ja to say them kind we are just hoping say omo emma sem no enkoda the fact say just press release keke no mba betu mountains we chire ye hu baby asem do kosi we no even know the truth or about this whole matter but omo chem say police for na e ka ho ne de na friend saying court whatever and our mo the echo so that is what is happening currently with a Metro TV issue nekoson.
Yeah, so that is what is really happening, and this is very, very, very sad. What is really happening? I know a lot of people will be asking questions. What is the motive of this? And I know say I don't know, this particular 4 years, I feel like the media has been under attack because it started with UTV, CTTV, so experienced this. Even before that, Northern region, they always studio it, me babe boom. Actually, she was soon, Papa was soon in the name Sawaka, something against a year NDC and a MPP. And we've seen videos. I think it's about who you know. Papa be the bone pay your room na is on our say no kabium your papa edition in am echi ba omiamu be release press statement say we stand against this and sana eba the arrest of Captain Smart, the constant arrest of Captain Smart, any media journalist we no few I think just 2 years ago yes radio presenter be kokan sem against first lady. Yes, first lady park views and then the okay science no I no so yakwache no in same bebre em so hineba ammo said then we no kure fiwa even after that particular one yes present be so koka say mraba omia or fulani eyi eno so say hunsem eba Captain Smart bro kasa o expose the roots and answer the evil deeds of the mafias, you know, constantly to come into this particular one. So, based on all that information, you know, it is pretty evident there are some higher powers who are behind this. I mean, everyone is basically drawing his or her own conclusion about this particular issue. So if you watch closely what is on the screen, this is Randy Abbey. The police people is facing them and they say Randy Abbey, you can see or a TikTok and this is the reason why you need a huge man in your house. BBC bar obit me fisi ama imagine say anka or a kukro ekitikiti and your chest rosa and tell them I need David buti win out of form. This is why you need a strong man in your life. So Randy Abbey, you know, the Usher and the Abbey Heights, no anybody original one now. Was a one now. Here you must fill the door. What I say, what would you know? Or no Bianco, a strong tall man, so because I was you can't tell me that. You can't do privacy. So it's more slim guys name or more cocoa and a told you I just say the extra security. So that is exactly what is really happening.
But you realize when you go on the internet, a lot of people are trying to tag the MPP who are or more involved in whatever is happening at Metro TV. But funny enough, we have a lot of MPP. When they say some that most of the handles, they are there. Americans are communicators for MPP, and then we post the MPP for achievement. The same applies to the NDC. Any identity, about defense, they are defending with social media. Now, we have a lot of people. Masha say a defender said this thing has nothing to do with the MPP. Nhyiaeso more linking MPP. And one person, I think, currently Wababe Kata about this is Kwadwosheldon. Yes, Kwadwosheldon. I bet tweeting. He has tweeted saying, those of us who are trying to link this whole charade with MPP. MPP has nothing, knows nothing exactly about their course. Yes, also then. And
you see our MPP communicator now.
Yes, I'm sure Kwadwosheldon is.
This is very bad. This guy.
It's not bad. Don't be any choice. What is bad about this?
It's very bad.
It's not bad. You can sit here and if anything, campaign for NDC, so it's normal for him to also campaign for whoever he wants to campaign for. But the truth is, I don't know why the MPP communicators are so hard on this issue. That's oh yes. That's how they want it to be.
I realize I think so for the past 20 days to elections every day be a BBC.
Yeah, we are hearing of
every day BBC.
The kidnap of the Emirates manager.
Every day. A forest bureau, a kidnapper, and everything is like working against the New Patriotic Party.
Yeah, so we could. That's what people are saying. I say the other parties are orchestrating and yeah, the best show Bokona.
Yen country one. Oh, is now obi otemsi yen country. Emre bi etwem no. Obeka say elections be subeti ayesi Kumasi market ahye. Obeti esi abugbulosi ahye. Obeti esi masa. To me ni ebi hu normal, ebi mu so say normal. I ban the send that they be 20 days to elections, they be BBC. Who knows what is going to happen tomorrow? A TRC plane, to plane. Oh, MPP.
So it's
everything that is happening is one way or the other connected.
Affecting them.
Because at the Braka robbery, it was opposite a police station, and they say that their politicians be not say scan or medical campaign. That is number one. And siwa na di change and na say at the Braka we La Paz so there. La Paz so there buy. In fact, even before La Paz, the Ukraina, the Abakran or the Abba first year sally for one. Yes, you Baumia could share sally for one. Come about me and the press release Kakrakabas. Oh, Nimsa, oh, who put that me there are videos of them sitting down. What I say, and Sana a year forest breeze for the forest breeze buyer and a better chance for them to redeem themselves. Ghana, please, name people, radio, Omukoyesa confono, or more cabrim ayra if he inside her. And Sana the next day, so yet ye be Emirates woman be manager. Adenya woman no say nkofo elite omonko, and those people my elite me a BNI operatives, coordinators, and a woman be kind friend Alaji's wife. And a sana or Mako kidnap you, my MPP, me Krendra. Sam George say vice president who I beg serious or pay for because his eminent perceive out and sign a Metro TV. Who's what to happen before December 7th? Now, it's could be possible. Now, I know saying same way about a lot of people who are talking and reading meanings into this, but then let's look at this from the perspective. So you'll be quarter, you will be a friend suit no a letter, a formal letter. The courts will be the court to direct saying the person who has been taken to court. What has been said, be able to be in the court or a defendant. So usually the suit goes to the defendant and usually the plaintiff. But defendants no muna as a do court. It's muna usually this suit a tata or more. Now, the suits usually you are accompanied by somebody a friend of court bailiff. Court bailiff no be with and I know the deliver to Asumesi. In circumstances the person is proving stubborn. Once a court the no command partner. Once a court no. You do court you several first time one appear, best several second time, best several third time. And then the court has to establish adina shawonsa. In table almost and conform bows mini. So usually the court belief is there to ascertain say we've indeed given this particular rate to Asumesi. And as we've indeed given this particular thing to Obentin.
Okay.
So the court belief is there as a reference and as a person who can give evidence in courts. Okay, that's why they take the court belief. But there are some cases, if the person the court belief only nipa or then or Asumesi and their fellow parties na court or their lives can be at risk. If you are a litigation issue, if you are a friend is saying marital issue, divorce, if you are a business issue, theft, it's usually if you feel say nipa now day court or hard to get and as a bit mahamiwa, you request the assistance of a police. So the police officer, together with you, the person now the nipa court and the court belief, all of you go. So and then the one say Armẹd police ni echo pay the law no based on because anka court belief link one echo one can be sure say you be man room you be say dey no dey ba I'm sure say or the letter animal security to confirm and I will reject it, but then the police is there to make sure say the letter lands in the right person's hands. So according to what we are learning and same way you fra ama at the end of the day that's Metro TV for they are not doing the needful. No, in the court, I'm order say, based on the information, any account model, you sell some of their cars. Now, you find settle, you find as a default settlement and a default judgment and default settlement because you say only the Vodacom car, right? And they carry 1.4 million. Is it cedis or dollars? Cedis, exactly. Now, just say that's exactly what is really happening. So the issue here is a bro more call hono. They've been enforced by the law to seize, to take assets and to seize some of the assets. If you are seizing a company's assets, you don't go after the company's employees. For example, Pinas, na ibia obidia courts. Okay, my member is in Japan, the Akromatv you go to Hufi, defamation suit. Yes, so I responded. Your call and of course, so based on all of this, you lose case no. In Tiamak in Japan $1 million. Now Pina Zanka say $1 million. And now you finally appear post you lose it. Now you lose no the court will say okay, Pina someone needs cardia. Now in Japan we need $1 million against you.
Properties.
Not money to idea. Any the whole of Pina so. You be family may be a womb as answer for brand no. It's about tones so the be deal not the ID for judgments. It's against the company, not against the employee. Any yet na Kenya Japan aba with police officers any no into the court order nature any buy your TV ni afa your laptop ni afa. They can take everything, but they can't go down and take a year or car and Nhyiaeso car. Nhyiaeso is working for Pinas. Nhyiaeso is not Pinas. Okay. Even if Nhyiaeso cry board of directors one. Is the car registered in Nhyiaeso's name or the exactly? So the only time you take the car is when a company car. Okay. So car na nomko season was it company's car? If it was a company's car and they were seizing it and they have a court order, it makes sense. If it was not a company's car and no seizing people's personal properties are a breach of the people, they conform more on more privacy laws and more rights. Now, there are some cases going inside these particular TV stations, no. The workers there, no, they go and buy car, and that's omukoto car. Company omukani ati. There are some TV stations your employer were part of the package and they say bema car. Any 10-year contract car near the amount. 10-year contract be we na area so. Ebu wa car na the mouse say use. Ufi station wa near JR. The who say the mouse say use near titi. It depends. So usually most companies, you know. The cars is usually in the company's name and their employee. So if you listen to some of our friends or more jobs at the bank, they tell you so the offer came with a company car. It is for the company. Sometimes the company can give it to you near the so over a period of time. Till you will say 5,000 cities, you amount 4,000 or 3,000 for a period of some years. So a better car. So that too is that one too is there. But in this particular case, we have no idea why they went after Randy Abbey's car. Because Randy Abbey the car is for what? It's for me. If the car is for me, why do you want to come and take it? So we need some clarification here. Banker car, the Metro TV near the Randy Abbey there. And the ACC Randy Abbey properties are. I'm sorry, but the police people and the court order say so. They are right. Now let's look at the timing of this particular event. I'm not focusing on Nyema Bibrisi, even the people have a court order. What is the timing? Is the timing right? Okay. For example, you're a restaurant, Pinas restaurant, you're Nyema, you're Toidiani, and Obidia courts. Say, Odi Ediane no, Nakase room, in the room. So we fail to do due diligence in checking our food is safe for the customer. We see you, and we winning 2 million Ghana cedis. You see, you need scared of a man. And the Nyyiaeso court order says, see, yes, can be trying to any omumbra no busy a property no busy restaurant. Meanwhile, side time there's no go be your wedding or a restaurant ho. And then Nyyiaeso court order, some busy. Now, no, say usually it comes at a time, say, Yabasi beje, some more shipu, some musi ho, some way wedding, we have a court order. But then there's something if you see as common sense. Ubi a wedding, it was our restaurant, no. A once in a lifetime event. Wedding how many hours? Actually 6 hours or maybe if you have a court order, what you can do with your opponent, you can wait at the back of the premise or move more qua. Then can come, but you don't barge in. You can't barge nipano. Also, Bema I do a ban there so.
What during the
after the way was there a court order. Then say Adia and imagine so. Bibi or why you need to apply common sense, and that is exactly what we are saying here. So even if they have the rightful order to undertake this particular thing, no, the way and manner and the circumstances they undertook this was not really well because it was a live program. Okay, so are you barging into a live program to beat the people or to take the equipment? Ghanaians are watching it. Do you know how traumatized people will be to see this? And this particular last 2 weeks, we've seen different things. From people shooting guns in the air during robbery attack, from people entering forest and vanishing with juju, to kidnapping of Emirates airline services manager, to this. And this is all leading out to the election. So all of these things, definitely it is causing some sort of fear and panic. It is we need to actually look at it with another lens. Yeah.
Okay, but then another perspective I'm for so I can want to is the press freedom. Say right now it looks like you can't freedom of the press, but there's nothing like freedom of the press because you fan to change say be the owing factor no say Metro TV for a day a year. Vodacom for Eka and I said but then let's look at it from the perspective say be on the show because we have someone like Kwesi Pratt who is always speaking his mind they be obo MP before any idea. So if that is going to happen na because we've seen the arrest of Captain Smart a couple of times near day. And attacking the guy, Does it mean that currently, the Ghana Journalist Association, they are not doing their job because the press and I said the media personnel now were more informing GJ, their lives is at risk. I
don't think so. This is services. Metro TV or transmission and deka. And a company no provide services like as a moon to you've provided services for your services nature. You need to pay us. You are owing us. Now you to say Vodafone for movie called Teleson company be the letter by say Vodafone the county by the trade more service stations be Vodafone the press release by said they are working to solve that issue. So what the car. Now talking about press freedom, let's not sit here and then service scratch our anus and be laughing. I didn't tell make us media, traditional media, okay? Traditional media is dying. Of course. Me oba me wa me TV bebre o me fie. Say 2 say 3. Even office sakwe TV bebre. But I don't remember the last time Martina system me TV. Even important events, I was saying TV. No, I just go on social media and I just watch live. We see it say okay, it's still the standard, but in reality, many of these stations, station be a established in the home of Ghana. Names Obekaya, you're from Vice at one.
Yeah.
Giddy. If Vice at one is the only station and they brought out quality programs, that time the Kafu Day.
Yeah.
It was
even their cartoons quite
exactly.
Yeah.
If we are no much like they show sensible things. I remember some David Oscar like comedy, like they were doing quality program. Na Vice at one a ton a year on TV station. Because business was not going on well. And traditional media was dying because social media was taking over. Many TV stations, Joy News, they are all running at a loss. It is the few ones I name say Omotima surviving, like the UTV and Co. UTV, Papa no, or
he always invests new money into it.
Exactly. And now Osha or our agenda and that's all the business or the TV station promoting the business.
Yeah.
It's an opebia ni obeti need to and opebia obeti this way and opebia obeti a best point and yes intinubo say ko janky alpha advert and bar despite so on running so that is one of the mediums despite it might survive it. It's a miracle. What you say? But we share the other stations hey yes so be at top radio it's 1990 late 90 top radio correct. What you so betty Vibe FM betty Atlantis betty Radio Gold so station be egu even I need the omotiti any vision 1 year they be echo. So traditional media is actually dying and most of these TV and radio stations are incurring losses, huge losses. What I say? Because adverts name back first MTN be bound to be for adverts and the morning slots it is between Telecel, MTN and I say ABR a certain company, foreign company like ABR Self-Line no more bidding for morning slot adverts and then the highest bidder takes it. What I say? But you see,
social media.
Exactly. These people sit there and say, the 10,000, not 10,000, 100,000 is not what you advert. Oh, Metro TV and Opan. You need to split it, reach wider audience on Facebook, on YouTube, on social media. You need to contact Google now. Or more, I to go for pages, so website, TikTok. So now they are diversifying their form of advertisement, and at the end of the day, you know, this is at the expense of traditional media. The traditional media, you know, if you continue to sit here and be talking about this particular things, massa, so it's it's up to Metro TV. Sasa na nema call you moving quite digital because in same way a cost. Do you know why Metro TV is owing? Metro TV is one of the few stations that they are still on analog and digital, which means who you say you can really get them without antennas. A new antenna is ban. What I say, but you find so to say OBTV, Obinim TV, TV unyawo analog. I just said digital. If Metro TV they can't pay their cost, there's no need for you to change now. Be taking the services of analog service providers and be paying huge money. And Obi shall say, "Penas, I didn't tell TV station. I didn't tell TV say, yeah." And I'm saying, do you know how much it costs for you to even a month for you to even put your station on air as a digital player? See, I'm saying it costs around 100,000 cedis. Staff and buy 24 hours. One more to transmit technique and easy.
Yeah, MCR near them.
Exactly. But it's in a TV station. I hate in a month. So you have to do, but if you have 500,000, 600,000 cedis, why not? You can. But analog, you know, apart from what is a Metro TV, TV Africa, UTV, GTV, TV3, you know, they are getting in a digital. So I think if Metro TV things are not going onward, they should diversify. Because the only time a Metro TV I hear say they come into play, Paula don't watch it, and a Good Morning, Ghana. What I say, but apart from that, I really don't see
much of them.
The Metro TV you know before. What I so
it's a competition now. Tight.
Everything has moved to online. Online, they are battling people like pinaxtv, and I hear pinaxtv, you know, you're not so conventional news power. What I say, unlike TV stations, there's a time. TV station will show cartoons. Won't me my breaking news say and the Abbey attack. They do everything in sequence. It's a background now in evening time. So I just think the time I will prepare for evening news about in sequence. They are toward that. I can't say no. So the competition is tight. As I said, I don't know if they have to do it in real time or whatever it is. They have to look at all of this from another level. So joining that is the breaking news. About the attack on Metro TV. Currently, a senior one man is injured. Security ban. I don't know what the security person was trying to prove.
Pray gidi or something, because things like this, no, pray gidi sa. Oh yes, na say upra and no one we proud home, but then it's a very sad thing. We are just hoping SMD can Ghana police for press release on Mudiaba 2 months some investigation about it. It shouldn't just end there, because we are tired of we are doing investigation. We are doing 3 months investigation in 4 months investigation in I mean, they are not giving us an update of what is happening. This one, they really want to know the truth. Say no more day, no more day, and now to say whatever it was an attack on the personality of what's his name? Randy Abbey. Then they should let us know, because is serious. Any idea?
Okay. Now, on this same vein, so there's one issue trending very shocking. That's sorry. Now you see the news. I'm catching you see you better sorry be able to BBC. I don't know if you've noticed that some my catchers every day the BBC. And I don't know if it is the machineries which are working and that's it be a normal thing. But that's sorry as a for so abituja in the wake of all of this patch say Deputy Minister of Finance Akromatv MPP4 Deputy Minister of Finance, you say argument we on treat to do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Now the thing about the picture and the pictures and I want to say Dr. Stephen Amwa. Now, in fact, just last week, this particular man was seen with a papa, Dr. Baumia. So, we enter screens. So, this is coming from the Ghana News Guide. As you can see on the screen.
Yes, and Ghana News Guide. This guy is my very good friend. What's it? There was drama at St0rm Zongo in the Ashanti region when Deputy Minister of Finance and MP for Nhyiaeso, Dr. Stephen Amwa, allegedly pulled a gun at some young men. Internet say Trema, Stephen Amwa. Yechim said wakwakwatwutu ewo bedroom. Now so no, I think that I've many issue where some people are talking about it, and then I heard he's saying that it was in self-defense. Now it was said we're defending him because baby are not agrone aircon, so when defending who are ebia makwatwisa on say Ashanti region, so they say toy guns toy guns nipa de toy nipa de toy gun in a kujina so he also had to defend because one to mean just a toy gun bullet woman as a bullet in it, but it's just just by the way. So
it was in self-defense for what?
Attack never no so no.
Why never attack it?
Boys.
For what?
That's what we need to
He's
find
a deputy minister of finance or security personnel.
Ebi no jina no muni.
What you do? Now this is not the first time my MPP me AEC. Okoka aswa hawakunsi or treat too rough. I just I just one boy I'll bet you two here on any guys.
Are you sure about?
Oh yes.
A couple of election time they who say so watch you too, but course. I'm not sure say on a regular day she walks around pulling guns on people.
Now no be catch am say so nim now ni namo now kan wakum osi awakum sinya otiwa na wasum pa ye fa wakum sin India wa to bia ewo. So what we are learning again pastor this particular man I will picture on the screen so wakotwi to ewo a group of people so and according to him it was in self-defense. Self-defense. This is exactly what is really going on. Now, among for Kase, but do you know what is really shocking?
Okay.
Once again, okay, you want to say something.
This is an eyewitness report. I'll say the incident unfolded when the youth confronted Amwa, accusing him of failing to honor a pledge. Into wakoshe youth for nebo. And when this one say unye so waba enede. To the amount invite because they say the MP and his opponent. It's not say or no any other party no nipo no sujinano. They were invited by the Unity and Love family for a lunch. The MP promised to give the group 5,000 after the event, but he refused to honor his pledge. So he was accosted by the youth. In the course of verbal exchange, one of the guys pulled a toy gun. Oh, wasema maker.
Toy gun.
Oh, wasema maker. Namekana Grosso pulled a toy gun and pointed it at the MP, who also went into his car and pulled a pistol, thus creating a pandemonium. Another eyewitness told that the confrontation began when the MP advised the youth against drug use, which some interpreted as provocation. The MP was advising the youth against drugs. Some took offense and started raising issues of an unfulfilled AstroTurf project. In the course of that, one of the boys pulled an object which looked like a gun. The MP became apprehensive and also went into his car and pulled his live gun. And what me say, with all the eyewitnesses reports na airbano, not just say, sa toy gun same ya ye can want say menrada wa hanum say toy gun na kufasa issue we have.
Imagine say toy gun so only youth ne kasa against drug use.
Yes, so that's the first eyewitness then say Osha 5,000 went ya.
Okay.
And Omoko Busa and say 5,000 as we betray and way. Find I say we can about on the train. Toy gun.
Okay.
And honorable baby I didn't call some to defend them. And also go find it thereby.
So imagine say you could have toy gun or shoot you.
Cool. Okay, right. So we've lost another deputy finance minister because the former deputy finance minister.
Toy gun or shoot you on a can because toy gun.
There be na obo enso na etu ababa film buy enso e
say talking to point honorable na adwin be ni say 28 pa na
so onusu when say etu
fa toy beji original
na waje now because and you see so this boils down to what we were talking about yesterday. Say it's good say IGP because someone suma fifa ni agura on a more serious note, why do you pull a toy gun on a whole finance minister? No, come on, this is absurd.
And I'm sure the people who are speaking with you or you went to speak with, no, they are ghetto people. Actually, because you can't come and advise me of drug use because I don't take drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't do anything in relation to drugs. But you're down you cool for my parky near me see so I will sign for advice someone fine. It's me a show so almost I know almost toy gun. Yeah, on my high arm almost a toy gun AK-47. John Rabo, yeah, Metro send me BB. But in this same regard, information Airbus Metro TV issue na AC and Vodafone no Abbey boom. Vodafone is one of the most shitty networks in Ghana. In fact, Vodafone are too useless. Vodafone. It's meter data. Let me check if you have data name back. Vodafone. Na uti anye now to Vodafone airtime. Now kwasha washroom. And you only phone in no service. Vodafone. So sad. What I say so. I think the only thing I Vodafone for idea won't cry some fiber broadband.
Yeah.
But say normal network. Me used to be in the maker. Now the he cry ne say obe Vodafone customer service. And you offer you be just about 30 minutes. Ya no. Women be able to say corner chatting robot be friend Toby. Who's Vodafone? Me used to be that. And Vodafone one be P0lice and Vodafone. I didn't say Vodafone Abbey P0lice.
So yeah, it's like what I was saying earlier. Say Kabia or more Eddie Vodafone for Metro TV. I say for the records, there was no armed men. What actually happened at the premises of Metro TV this morning was court bailiffs and policemen who were there to execute a court judgment against Metro TV. A judgment debt of around 1.4 million owed Vodacom Ghana now Telecel. That's the same thing that is popping up here. Say no more de 1.4 million and one more de cano. Not just say or more air kwa musika. And that's one the court order or de abano and one de air co. Yes, armed men be at the amount for can say armed men. I say Yashada causes hoodlums be near deal to a kutukuto mudeomakujina debi. But actually it was police for our koja court bailiff no na or day a year on court order. I think in one of the videos there was this policeman and no said we didn't even know said this is the studio. We didn't even know said this is the studio. I think
that's the studio.
Something was happening like that. But the whole thing is they can initially maybe their approach was wrong. But per me findings before we started this show say they've already made an appearance there. CZ Metro forecast ni be crowded.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I gathered. So CZ Metro for ni be crowded. So I said this is more like a follow up. Say ni bre jasu pa no modeko. So it won't be like if you are the first timer. The court rate for the first time, and they would have said totally. But if it is very true, say can't be that. And Randy is coming out to make it look like say attacking it personally, which is wrong. They have to attack himself.
But going to the studio in a live program,
yes.
So I'm sure say I'm not sure say imagine say live now ABA mediobika you will studio any pana baby jan life nim nana family mame. With all due respect, me oban me wudawa obenya osika.
Yeah,
of course. So in that me catch or say the issue with this particular one has to do with what CS say then common sense. It's a common sense here. So we should be asking ourselves that was it right? Friends Vodafone for ICC so was it the right approach? So basically, this is exactly what we should be looking at. So what I say,
this is an information I have from one of the digital content creators on Akromatv, Charles Nhyiaeso. Or say a debt retrieval company is executing a court order. They have already seized some vehicles some few days ago, and they were following up today to seize more assets. You owe Vodafone now Telecel, and what happened has absolutely nothing to do with politics or election, yet you sat on your show and lied to the whole world that some armed men and police officers tried to enter Metro TV studios while your program was ongoing. Into onosone dia ochene say omo edika kwesizi niema ni bi dada e wo Metro TV na omo san eye follow up say ye kwaji bi aka ho na chese se bebo anu a na abo anu ni Nhyiaeso 1.4 million na wo mo edi e kano. So that's what is actually coming up any other day, but we don't know how true this is all about. But then yebe bompa say Ghana police for betimi ayo mwadwuma yi na yehu the exact truth about this whole issue, because they saying Akoya say it's politics, Akoya say it's not politics, Akoya says politics, not politics, and we don't want the issue whereby no krene wa semnimun embeto emonten. So because right now people are saying say Randy Abbey twantro say we the we be ka asem no ase o twantro, but ono so na na oho and ono no nim say the nsem ne ye den esi how ye be shia no from how he was met earlier, because according to the statement we can know chemu say obedu ye na tia to mu say car ne ebia park dada.
Okay.
Ano mugina ho twen no nti onu see your room ne pena e na nkofo ne ye dey e crossing no.
The people, if the car if be around the Abbey car ne on use no if be a Metro TV for the man ne dia. E bia no my your findings ehun say Metro for the man nti so makodi ntitentete atwen so obedu ane aye den ni ade car. Metro for dia he has to hand it. Anameboa. Yeah. Because a Metro for property is not your property. If you have anything, go and ask your bosses. Go and tackle them. And just if you have anything, go and tackle them. You know, we need to also look at it from that particular angle. Yeah. I was saying.
Because it's a very sad one. Say, media, you say, oh, to studio, Juma, you can't just be working in peace. One not to say, hey, hey. And the men know more if Ghana police for Hono. Ghana police for HM say omo ekoja a court bailiff ni dia na say we just have to yemfanda say omo koja court bailiff no, but what actually happened that leading to the security man no sebe opra no enu na epesi yehu, because e dey pa na see ya entino obekwa kopra yese ba ko bi kura di ofenti. This is very serious.
This is very bad, yeah. Young consent for frost, but read here, Mr. Wa English. Kamala Harris once again is in the news. The U.S. presidential vice president, and also the Democratic candidate, the Democratic presidential candidate for the United States of America at the recently ended elections. Now Kamala is out again with another bombshell. Okay. What is Kamala Harris saying? Now, Kamala Harris is out here, and Kamala Harris is saying, per sources, whatever is happening. But before anything, a recent poll was done about whom the person who's the likely contender for to lead the Democratic Party come 2028 elections. And guess who topped? Kamala Harris. So now there are talks about Kamala Harris coming out, or perhaps coming again, getting a comeback to face the president-elect. This time around, he's not going to face President-elect Donald Trump, because Donald Trump, this is last time, okay, and Donald Trump will not be contesting again. So, for those of you who like Kamala Harris, for those of you who are saying, oh, women empowerment, for those of you who are saying, so Kamala is a person who has the necessary skills, everything to lead the United States of America, I'm sure that this is a news for you. This is a good news for you, because currently, as I'm speaking with you, polls or latest polling shows that Kamala Harris is tipped to win or to be the Democratic frontrunner leading up to the 2028 elections. And it is something which is really, let me say, it's a very good news for those of you who are in tune with Kamala Harris. And let's put this on the screens. Can you help us with it? So what will be on the screens? We'll be looking at it from various angles, as I said. And also what's more to, we can navigate and we can also click on it to see. So what is CNN saying? This is stress. What is CNN saying? Okay, so this is coming from CNN. It says, a brief campaign born in a political firestorm weeks before the party's national convention. A
political press that held Kamala Harris to a higher standard than Donald Trump, a hurricane that fucked up 2 weeks of campaigning. The leaders of Harris' presidential campaign, in an interview released Tuesday, defended their decisions and blamed a variety of external factors for the Democrats' defeat 3 weeks ago. International say, when we look at what they are saying, all what they are trying to say is that Kamala's losing of the elections currently was based on one or two external factors.
The hurricane that happened, Hurricane Helene, the Hurricane Helene that happened, it hits North Carolina and I think Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm not sure because this is a year-on-year thing that happens in the United States of America. They're not really concerned about the hurricane because it's like Accra flooding. These are natural phenomena.
Yeah.
The big question is, are the Democrats learning something from their mistakes?
I don't think so.
That is what's exactly.
I don't think so.
And they are blaming
because they are just trying to find blame game and try to defend themselves and all that.
And then whenever you listen to these kind of things, especially when you go back and you play back her tapes, the two words that you hear from Kamala Harris, even a newborn baby will yell or have heard these words from Kamala Harris. Number one, Trump is a threat to democracy. Number two, I was born in a middle class family. She has no plan. We don't care if you were born in a middle class family, if you were born in a high class family, if you were born in a low class family. Can you do the job? Outline your policies for the nation. And if you watch The View, you know the show which is The View in the US, which is hosted by Whoopi Goldberg and Bing and a host of others, primarily all of them are females. They were blaming that the reason why Kamala did not win is because the men in the society, the patriarchy, don't want women to shine. They don't want a woman president. No. It is a complete lie, and they are tagging some as misogynist and all those heavy words that the women use on their coats when they can't win a fight square and well. No, we want a woman to be a president. We also want a woman who is worthy, a woman who can fight, a woman who I'm not talking about fight, but who can really,
stand up for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was doing a research just a few weeks ago and I realized that the genders who are now becoming billionaires are women.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of this software before, Canva.
Yeah.
Canva was started by a woman. Now this woman was just an intern, okay, and she got married and she became pregnant. So she came home and during when she was at home, she decided, I think this was during the pandemic or so, she decided that, hey, I want to start something where people can create, like, can do basic editing and, just put a picture, flyers, for moms and stuff.
Yeah.
This was a young Australian lady like you. She started a website, canva.com. That is all. Canva comes from the word canvas. You know what's a canvas?
Yeah.
She started a young woman just like you. And she started a thing, small, and before I realized the thing had gained popularity over the pandemic, after the pandemic, and even during the pandemic. Now this woman is a billionaire. She's a young woman like you. I will not even go far. There's another woman who's heading another social media platform called Blue Sky. She's a young woman like you. Hey, Twitter is too woke. Elon Musk, let me bring out a new website, Blue Sky. Initially, it was what do we call it? It was funded by Jack Dorsey, the former CEO or the founder of Twitter. But then it's a woman who's leading it now. So it's not the whole argument that women are not being blocked. If a woman wins fair and square, it's difficult for any man to stand there and say, hey, she did not work, she did not work hard, she was just given the position by virtue and all of that. No. She lost because she was a worse candidate. She lost because her message did not articulate to people.
Yeah.
Trump's message was simple from day one. Trump said he's going to do what? Deport every person. And the guy is saying the same thing. And each and every time I ask this question. If African leaders had just 20% of the Trump genes, Ghana will go far. Africa will go far. Imagine Akufo-Addo campaigning that I'm coming to do this. Akufo-Addo is just doing 40% and not telling chiefs and those people to get up and greet him. Imagine where Africa will go, will be. Trump said he's going to deport illegal immigrants. He said he's going to do it on day one. Trump said he's going to make the economy great. He has started working on it. Trump said he wants the war ended. Yesterday, Hezbollah, Lebanon, they signed a peace deal with Israel. And according to Israel, it was a gift because Trump won. You recall that the day that Trump won, Hezbollah brought out a statement and they want to do what? They want to end the war. And new king is in town. So it's not about... And as you're saying, these guys are not learning anything. Now,
no. It's like they're not really finding where the fault is.
Exactly.
And working on where they flopped. Because if you are going to work on where you flopped, I'm sure you would come back stronger. Yeah. Because Trump is not coming again, like you said.
Exactly.
This is last tenure, and then he's done.
You have the opportunity to come back hard. But I was reading an editorial from someone today, and the person was saying that if this 4 years of Trump goes well, if you don't see any COVID thing, if you don't see any abuse of power, if you don't see anything which infringes on the rights of blacks and minorities, it is going to be a handout victory for whoever will come after Trump. That's the Republican Party. And already the name which is popping up is J.D. Vance. Watch out for J.D. Vance. It's not that J.D. Vance is so much exceptional. It's like an exceptional candidate, but because of the woman who stands behind J.D. Vance, or Vance, go ahead. That woman is something. That woman will change the face of America. Mark my words. Men, marry people who are smart. Marry people who can bring something to the table.
Yes, people like us.
Marry somebody who can wives who can bring something to the table. Or Vance. I know what I'm talking about. So people have already said, now if Democrats don't learn and see all the loopholes, because now the Democrat Party is like a party of the Hollywood, the elite, and now people don't want to associate themselves with Hollywood. There was this guy, John Legend.
Yeah,
he was sitting in a street at a $60 million mansion, and he was crying that we should vote for Trump because Trump will come and destroy democracy. It was $60 million mansion, and people are crying that the groceries are high. Oh, the groceries are high, but then the groceries which are higher, it's not something which is so much serious like the Trump being a threat to democracy and Trump not liking certain people and Trump saying words or fighting back on or just talking his mind. No. There's common sense here. So clearly the Democrats are not learning, and then if they don't, the possibility of them losing in 2028 will be high. And now they want to bring Kamala Harris back. This morning I was watching a podcast where Kamala Harris team were on the podcast, and they are saying that it was because of this the hurricane and stuff, and they've basically not learned anything. Now there's one fascinating comment underneath. What is this particular comment saying?
Okay, so this is a comment from, I think, one of the followers of this CNN. It says, American is simply not ready for a female president. That's why Trump won. First, there was a competent, experienced white woman, clearly better for the country. They chose Trump.
No. Hillary Clinton? Hillary Clinton was not competent. Hillary Clinton was a warmonger. Go and watch the videos of Hillary. She was a warmonger. Okay, she was a warmonger. She was, during, I think Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State during Obama's time. She was the person who led the killing of Gaddafi. She was not competent. And the leaked email, she was not. Americans are too wise. I'm sure this person could be Nhyiaeso to Asumaye.
I'll say they chose Trump, the buffoon. Then there was the competent, experienced black woman, clearly better for the country. They chose Trump, the buffoon, even after he shows them how much of an incompetent buffoon he is. America is clearly not ready for a female president. Stop blaming the campaign.
They are not learning. No.
Yes, so
your people are not learning. Your party is not learning. Everybody know I'm a Republican. You are a Democrat. Your party is not learning. So there's this comment too. What does this comment say? Berugwan.
A wet noodle should have beat Trump. America is broken. The blame rests squarely on the voters, who are idiots, who are utterly unpersuadable about Trump. There was nothing anyone could have done. It's not just say Trump was just supposed to win because Americans were not ready.
There's this comment which is coming from Mike in a town. I think it says something. What is it saying?
Your network and others decided to get on Harris about the most insignificant, minuscule thing while barely mentioning the crazy, bizarre, and many times completely unhinged rhetoric coming from Trump. I remember one time you leading with Harris commenting on not changing anything from Biden on The View. Meanwhile, Trump got to talk about eating dogs and cats. You saying watched him at every opportunity, and that's why many of us are done watching CNN. So they are talking about the mere fact that CNN always...
And you're blaming CNN?
Yes.
CNN, which is every day... Oh, God of heavens.
CNN kept portraying a friend saying, how do you call it, Kamala over Trump, and now Trump is winning and they are saying a whole lot of stuff. So currently they ultimately say a lot of people are just saying that US wasn't ready for a female president.
I don't think US was not ready for a female president. I think what really did happen was the fact that Kamala Harris was not just an exceptional candidate. Okay, in America, we want something different. And clearly, people are not learning. Clearly, the Democratic Party is not learning, which is a very, 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 very sad, because we were expecting that, in as much as all of these things have happened, the question after this whole thing is you look into the mirror and you ask yourself, where did I go wrong? Where did I fault? Okay, you need to assess yourself and work on it and come back at. But let me ask you this question. They want to bring back Harris in 2028. Do you think she's going to make any difference?
Well, she can only make a difference once they've groomed her and she's worked on one or two. So the whole thing boils down to Kamala Harris identifying her flaws and her loopholes and then working on herself and coming back stronger. If she comes back stronger, maybe 2028 US would consider her and all that. But if not, the probability, like you said, whoever is going to come after Trump, if Trump, everything should go on well in the Trump administration, that person is going to have an upper hand because Trump has already laid down the blocks for the person. Unlike like coming to Ghana, looking at Akufo-Addo's administration, how things have gone so rough, that is what is affecting Bawumia currently. If everything should have gone on so well and smoothly in the Akufo-Addo administration, obviously Bawumia will be having a win over Mahama very easily. Compared to right now, it's become a tight fist. They need to struggle so hard over it. So if Kamala Harris is going to work and then stop blaming campaign, stop blaming the hurricane and all that, she can work on herself and then come back, because 4 years is much time to work on yourself and then gather more facts, do research, know what the people are expecting from you and they need from you, and then you serve them what they want. That way you have an upper hand on winning. So she has a 50-50 chance of becoming a president. Yes, and if she works so well, she can actually be the first female president for US.
The US.
Yes.
But her policies doesn't resonate with me. I think, there's an adage in Accra say Unishu wa Ashenda. It's Unimu wa Ashenda.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris, how she got $1.5 billion. That's like the whole GDP of a whole country. She blew it and she's in debt. Do you think this person can run a country?
Well, let's say that this was the first opportunity she had.
$1.5 billion.
Yes, and she blew it up.
Really?
Yes.
No, first opportunity do you know first opportunity people get $200 million and they do wonders?
That's what I'm saying.
$1.5 billion.
She got the opportunity on a silver
80%
platter.
of the world's billionaires donated to her campaign. Charlie,
she got the first opportunity on a silver platter, like what I was saying. But the whole thing is, maybe she didn't have a great team to work with. She didn't get good advisors to advise her. Like there was no planning, because let's look at it from this aspect where from the onset she didn't prepare herself for this. Joe Biden was taken out of the show and then she was fixed.
To me personally, let me tell you something. The biggest mistake that the Democrats did was making Joe Biden step down. You see, it's better to die with your weak one than to die with your strong one.
Okay.
If Kamala Harris hadn't run, Joe Biden had lost. 2028 will have been a new candidate, fresh ideas.
For both sides.
Exactly. But then if you run Kamala Harris is always going to be on par or going to be in sync with the Biden administration, the failed policies, the immigration disaster, and also the economic disaster. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Now, let's be honest. I don't know about you. From 2016 to 2020, those